No fuel pressure the first time. What's up, guys? Big Clyde 34 coming at you with this hunk of crap yet again. All jokes aside though, not a knock on wood. That's not wood, this is wood. Knock on wood as soon as I start this video and say, hopefully, today will be the startup day where we can at least fire it up. It won't move yet because of the trans in the rear, but hopefully it'll start. We were gonna run the oil drain, which you see right there, into the oil pan, which is what people commonly do. I thought about doing this, but then I decided not to after a little bit of back and forth. We're literally fresh off the YouTube call out right now. So I was out there and had a buddy say, yo, I got one of these sitting around. You buy it off me, you might be able to just use that instead of doing the pan deal. So basically, we gotta undo some of the work that we did real quick. We gotta yank this guy off. Good old water pump. Oh, fans are just trying to sit in there for now. Not hooked up or anything. Gotta get rid of the water pump, gotta get rid of that timing cover, pull it all off, throw this new guy on over here, put together some AN fittings. So our guys right here, probably, everything's a mess. You guys are gonna hate me for this. Whatever, it's okay though. Send this guy off of the cover straight to our turbo. So it can dump straight from there to there. We also got a couple packages in from Amazon, which is always exciting, but it's just some feed lines and stuff. Longer feed line because the one that came with the kit was not long enough for this particular application. And we got the little block off plate. There's a block off plate next to the oil filter, and basically it just goes on there. So we're gonna do all that. You wouldn't believe how much easier a job is when you have the best tools that you can possibly get. Like, I mean, I guess I don't have the best tools I could possibly get, but like that water pump and timing cover are about to come off in like 5 minutes. Whereas I use my impact, my electric impact, that's a pain in the ass, but still better than hand tools. The first time I used hand tools, and this time I was like, wait, I have decent tools, why don't I use those? And so it's going pretty quick. Came out pretty straightforward. So this is the old piece and this is the new one, with the only difference being this guy. As you can see, this one doesn't have it, this one does. So now I guess we just have an extra timing cover. The weirdest, most random story ever. The other day I come home late at night, like 1 in the morning, and there's a bunch of ducks just chilling. And ever since, I ran out and gave them bread, and ever since they just kind of chill here. And this is not like a duck area. Here, wait, motherfucker, I've got bread for you. I can't get them to eat out of my hand though, which is my goal. It's random as hell, but I'm going to have a pet duck before long. Well, I don't know if I could bring it in the house with the dogs. That might be bad, but that's all I got, dudes. I'm sorry. That was the weirdest experience of my life. I have to go document this. Go look at it. So we were just being fat pieces of dish and
getting that Wendy's.
Going to Wendy's and actually grabbing a couple things from AutoZone that I had to do, or that I had to get for the truck, but I've never had this happen, so let me know if you have. I was driving, and it seems like my sunroof spontaneously combusted. You can't really see it from the top, I guess, but all the safety glass is shattered. And now there's a hole in the roof of my daily driver, so wonderful. Here's the part where you start to hate me even more. So we bought this little balancer installer kit. It's just a general one, and it doesn't work. Surprise. So basically, we're gonna do it the sloppy way. And essentially Kyle has fire. We're gonna heat the shit out of it, like people say that you shouldn't. And then I'm going to beat it onto there, hopefully. Hopefully there's enough room to beat it on.
I think it'll work.
Now just because this is a dangerous activity, I'm using the proper safety equipment. A pair of gardening gloves. Fuck yeah. So we have a false alarm here. The crank pulley, damper, whatever you want to call it, didn't actually go all the way on. We thought it did. We got maybe like a half thread in, and then it slid back out. So what I'm gonna actually do is do what I'm supposed to do and order the new crank pulley bolt instead of reusing the other one, like you're not supposed to, because it's a torque to yield bolt, so it actually stretches out when you use it. What I'm going to do now is we have a couple goodies. What we got here is stuff for the oil feed for the turbo. This is the next to last step in terms of getting the truck running. Supposedly under there by the oil filter, there's a little tiny plate that blocks off somewhere that you screw this guy into. And then this guy runs into this guy, which then runs into this guy, which runs into your turbo. So essentially oil will be forced through here and into your turbo sooner or later. This is what we pulled off. So I guess that GM, if I were to guess, I'm probably not the best person to make a guess. This is kind of weird too, because it's kind of like a hole here, but there's no, see how cruddy this is. There's no kind of opening. At least it doesn't look like it. I believe that maybe, I'm probably wrong here, potentially, but I think this might have been for like an oil cooler feed or something. So it's kind of cool that they sell these little aftermarket pieces that just can tap into it and feed the turbo with it. Let's get that new one in and run the line up to the turbo, and then from there I guess we'll create police. I guess we'll create the drain too. This oil's kind of black and dark and gross and old looking. So I'm gonna bring you guys under here now real quick. Like, this is difficult to hold. This guy right here is what we just put in. It's pretty neat. By the way, shout out to Bam from Complete Street for telling me where to get this stuff. Yeah, as you can see, it just bolts right on. It's the only new part under here. And then we run our oil from here up to the turbo. So let's go up top and get this completed real quick. I just gotta let you guys know what happened. I gotta be honest here. So I was working on some stuff and I got really frustrated because I had to do like 2 or 3 simple things and nothing was working for me. I'm just gonna run over here and grab one of these batteries, but nothing was working for me. So I don't normally do this because I document everything. I want to take you guys everywhere, as long as, you know, it's with the truck. I want to take you along for the entire journey, not just the parts that are good. But I also realize that you guys work hard. You come to YouTube, you want to have a break from the real world and anger and rage and all that shit. I got just frustrated, wasn't in a good mood. And because you guys work so hard and come here for cars and not to watch somebody be pissed off, I decided just to not film, and I got some stuff done. My dad came over, we're working on a couple things. I'm gonna go in the garage now and show you what we were up to, but I just wanted to explain real quick why exactly it was that there's gonna be a gap here, and you didn't get to see anything in between. But it wasn't really a big deal, the stuff that we did. Like I said, a couple simple things. So I'm gonna go update you on where we're at. I'm gonna change the battery real quick too in this deal. All right, so we got Dad. Look at this hoodie too, by the way.
That's old school.
Vintage. We got the drain run. The feed was done. I already showed you guys that, but I just want to test this out before we actually start it. So I know that oil's coming out of here before I just try it and hope that it's going through the turbo and destroy the turbo, because that probably wouldn't be good, huh?
Well, if you want to just crank it.
I'm gonna get a bucket up here so you could stick this in there and see if the oil's coming out. Other than that, everything's done. The balancer went on. I'm gonna show them the tool actually real quick. So somebody will get a kick out of this, because I know one of you guys has struggled to get a balancer on. I went to Fastenal, like the hardware store nearby in Elkton, and kind of created this. It's basically just, well, there was a whole long piece I have sitting up there, up above the light. See it? Yeah. So hit it with the cutting wheel, got this little piece off, drove that in, learned a cool tech tip from Dad about putting 2 nuts together. So, so you could. So
But first, you got to dog dick it. before you put two nuts together.
Dog dick it. That's what this is called, right? Is
Very nice.
that a technical term?
Yep.
All right. So
It's a Caterpillar term.
okay, cool. I'm sure that they'll endorse that. So all these washers went up against the little bullshit piece of junk that I actually sourced from the kit that I got from Advance Auto that does not work with LS engines. And anyway, you just crank it down. These pulleys push on the piece of junk, which pulls on the, or pulleys, washers push on the piece of junk, pushes the balancer in. So we got it done.
Anything?
Nope.
Should I keep going?
Yeah, do it a little more.
Nothing still?
Nope. Should be getting something up here by now.
Try one more time.
Oh, there we go.
You got some?
Getting a little bit. Go ahead.
You doing good?
Yeah, it's not squirting out real hard, but it's flowing pretty decent.
No fuel pressure the first time. I got scared.
Yeah, good. Shut it off. We got fuel.
What's all the smoke?
That was perfect.
I got scared.
Yeah, good. Shut it off. We got fuel.
Huh?
I wouldn't have started it till I had everything buttoned up.
No, you would have fucking started it too.
Because that's your whole
He's
band.
full of shit. He always says,
No, I'm not.
whatever I say.
I am not.
Whatever I say, he says the opposite.
That's right, because I'm the daddy,
If I said jump, he would say sit down.
not the mama.
Alright, ready?
Ooh.
I don't know why it started revving up like that.
I know that was kind of a little bit of a tease, and it only ran for like 4 or 5 seconds or whatever before I panicked and shut it off. What? Do you smell turbo truck things? Yeah. That's really exciting for me just because it kind of gives me a little bit faith that I might be able to meet my original goal of Cruise Weekend. It's still kind of a stretch for me because there are some major things that are preventing this thing from moving. If I wasn't an idiot and didn't break the trans in the rear, well, it was a lot of fun, but if I didn't do that, I would at least be able to drive it down there, even if it couldn't be beat on. Now, the next step is going to be to head over and get some fab work done. We got to have an exhaust made for this thing. I got to have some pipe extended. I got to have a couple bungs welded in, or just one bung, I guess, for my wideband. That's going to be everything except for the trans in the rear, which I'm still figuring out what I'm going to do with the trans. I was going to just throw the HD2 kit in it and send it, but I'm still undecided about that. So it's going to be like a game time decision, I guess. We'll see how that goes. The rear, again, game time decision. I might just slap another stock one in, even if it's just for now, and see how it goes, and then play that by ear. So that's it. It started. I am so excited. I'm so happy that I could bring you guys something that actually kind of means something. Bogart is tearing into something. Bogart, come here, buddy. I'm grateful to have you guys watching. I'm grateful to bring you guys finally a little something substantial to chew on for at least a week or two here while I see if I can get this thing moving as well. So thank you guys for watching. That's where we're going in the near future. Hopefully the near future. We're going to try and kick this thing in the ass and get it on the road. So we're going to see what we can do. It started, it ran, thank the Lord. All this stuff that I kind of thought might have not worked. Looks like it works at least for now, and we're gonna have to see how it runs when it runs for more than 5 seconds, if there's any leaks, if anything's not acting right. So that's about all I got for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, please remember to subscribe below, smack the like button if you enjoyed this video. It helps me out so much. It really helps out a lot. And tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me what you think of the progress. Tell me what you think where it's going. And maybe we could start looking towards the next project. So tell me what you think of that too. Anyways, I will catch you guys later.